Let me first thank all of you for being here and coming to this great city. And I want to thank Balcony today for the forum, the Small Business Forum that they are providing. It is incredibly important during these economic times that we have these opportunities. There is no doubt that the challenges that small businesses are facing today in this economy are tougher than even normally exist. And in a small business, the normal existence is tough. So expand that and amplify it with this economy. But today's forum, we're discussing access to technology and access to capital, which we all know is something incredibly difficult in today's environment. Access to business development, and another area that we all know is vital, access to health care, are all important components of what you're doing today, and I want to credit the Balcony for its efforts to get people together to discuss these really important issues. As the new mayor of White Plains, just recently elected and trying to grapple with what I'm inheriting, and it's going to be quite a task, I just want all of you to know that I am committed to creating a business-friendly environment in this city, one that encourages the creation of jobs. And for those who have been reading the newspaper, Starwoods is now moving to Connecticut beginning 2012. So we have 2 years to fill that there on Westchester Avenue. But the good news is it's not till 2012, and apparently Reader's Digest is bringing in a number of jobs to White Plains. Any of you who are from Chappaqua or Newcastle, I apologize, but I'm very happy they're coming to White Plains, at least a large portion of that. But we are committed to encouraging job growth in our city. I see Rick here from the BID, and the BID has been very active in our city, working with our small businesses to improve the climate for them. And candidly, these are difficult times, and we are going to be working very, very hard to make sure that White Plains is business-friendly. You know, obviously, this recession has had a tremendous impact not only on White Plains and not only on this state where I am shuttling between White Plains and Albany as we speak, trying to deal with the difficulties at the state level. You know, the impacts are really, we feel it all over, and we all know it. And unemployment, which we just saw, I don't know if any of you saw in the Journal News today, their front page talked about unemployment. Let's just look at it. Nationally, it's 10.2%. In New York, the whole state, it's 9%. In Westchester County, it's 7.2%. And in White Plains, it is 6.7%. That is less than what we are facing statewide, less than we are facing in many other areas, but too high for this great city. And it is difficult, and we are facing difficult times, and I intend to make sure that we're working collaboratively to solve some of these problems. For those of you who don't know White Plains, I'm just going to give you a brief bit about White Plains. White Plains is really the center of Westchester County, and really, in many ways, the Hudson Valley region. We have tremendous egress and ingress from the major roadways, which make us really a haven for business and corporate, the corporate sector. We are the leader in this area with the legal community and the banking community. We have the state Supreme Court and the federal court in our city. We are the county seat, so we have the county office building, the county legislature, and all the administrative offices essentially of the county, or major administrative offices of the county. We are a tremendous retail center. We have numerous malls. Many of you know the Westchester because it's right off of the roadway, the major roadway 287. But we have actually 5 malls in our city. And importantly, we have an incredibly vibrant downtown. And again, the BID has been instrumental in continuing and increasing its vibrancy. And as many of you know, I already indicated, we're a corporate center. The city of White Plains has tremendous corporations within it, and we've had some new ones come in. Recently, Amalgamated Life relocated.
Pat Coughlin over there.
Great, thank you. I know APS, which is another healthcare entity dealing with some interesting issues and helping the states save Medicaid expenses. APS Health also came to our city recently. So we've had a lot of new entities come to our city despite the difficult economic times, and we are thankful for that, and we appreciate Amalgamated Life being here. We are, as I indicated, a very business-friendly city and very well located to meet business needs. You know, in many ways, I firmly believe that White Plains is the economic engine of this county. Because if White Plains goes well, it's going to filter to everywhere else in this county. And right now, we're at a difficult time everywhere, but I think that in difficulty, there is also tremendous opportunity. One of the dilemmas that White Plains faces that is unique, and I throw this out to all of you, is that White Plains, because it is such a retail center, has historically been more reliant on sales tax revenues than any other community in the state. So the percentage of revenue from sales tax in the city of White Plains has been higher as a percentage of total budget than any community in the state. So obviously, in many ways, that has a tremendous adverse impact on the city's economic condition during a recessionary time. The one thing that White Plains did not do was it did not max out its sales tax rate because it wants to continue to be friendly to retail and ensure that people come to the city for shopping. But I just thought it's an interesting statistic that we need to look at. My vision for small business in White Plains is that we're going to work hard with the bid to strengthen and grow business in our community and ensure that we are focused jointly together on economic development. We're going to provide assistance to businesses to not only help them come here, but stay afloat and prosper here. My goal is to work, and I indicated earlier that we are actually a banking magnet. We just had a new bank open a few days ago in the city. We're going to work hard to make sure that we're encouraging our institutions to provide capital, because clearly that's an issue that I think all business is facing right now. And an area that I've worked tremendously on, I may have to be changing my mission on it, has been healthcare and health insurance. And I'm delighted that you're having a panel and discussion on it today. That is an area I've been working on for 7 years. I carry probably more healthcare legislation in the state legislature than anybody. And it is a difficult issue. And I'm hopeful that at some point, that the federal government's going to do something, because the status quo is not going to be acceptable in our system. The administrative costs that we have in our healthcare system are astronomical, 30% or more in some cases. And in other places, and the administrative costs, other countries, are below 10%. That means that's that much percentage taken out of healthcare every time we're dealing with our healthcare issues. Something has to change. Whether you're for a public option or not, that's not even the issue. I think the issue is, how do we ensure and rein in for-profit carriers, health insurance companies, so that they're partners in our system and not competitors in our system. Part of the dilemma has been that in order to maximize profits, you're kind of hitting everybody else in the healthcare system. We need to make sure that we are partners. Public health is too important to not have that. But I digress, because that's not my role as mayor. But that is my role as a member of the state legislature, which I still am until December 31st. I am very proud to be the incoming mayor of White Plains, and I intend to roll up my sleeves, work extremely hard to face our challenges, meet our obligations, and create a public-private partnership that's going to help small business maintain and create important jobs in our city and make our city prosper. And I intend to do that collaboratively with all of you, with our bid, and everybody else, to make sure that White Plains is a friendly city, and that's going to require other things that I intend to do, which is to work with our parking department, our building department, to make sure that we are the type of city that is welcoming, and that's going to be something that's very vital to my administration. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody might have, but I am delighted to be here. Thank you again for hosting this in our great city. I hope you'll come back again. So anyhow, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thank you.